Hello, welcome to the video lecture series of Project Development and Resource Management. Course code Mce301. This is the subject of MTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering of third semester. Course code Mce301, contact hour 4 per week and credit 4. Myself, Dr. Shunipa Roy, Assistant Professor of Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology. This is lecture number 4. Module 1 has been taken. Actually, Module 1 is continuing. In our earlier lecture, we have covered research methodology, what is the research, meaning of research, objective, motivation and types of research, research processes. All these things we have covered in our earlier 3 lectures. This lecture will start the statistics portion, that is sample designing. Different types of sample designing, testing of hypothesis, chi-square test, a statistical measure of sampling analysis. This is a huge part. Today we will study, or today we will deliver a talk on basics of statistics. This is lecture 4. So, let us start with statistics, an overview. So, what is statistics? The reason for analysis of data is an understanding of variation and its causes in any phenomena. Since variation is present in all phenomena, therefore knowledge of it leads to better decision about a phenomena that produce the data. It is from this perspective that the learning of statistics enables the decision maker to understand how to present and describe information or data so as to improve decisions. Next, draw conclusions about the large population based upon information obtained from samples. We will learn what is population, what is samples. Seek out relationship between pair of variables to improve processes. And obtain reliable forecasts of statistical variables of interest. Thus, we can say a statistical study is nothing but a simple exploration enabling us to gain insight into a virtually unknown situation, or it might be a sophisticated analysis to produce a numerical confirmation. So if we go to the next page, so statistics can be defined as statistical data as well as statistical method. So statistical data, the word statistics actually refers to a special discipline or collection of procedures and also collection of data. And also after gathering the data or after collecting the data, analyzing numerical information for the purpose of drawing conclusions and making decisions. Since any numerical figure cannot be called statistics owing to many considerations, so statistical data or mere data is a more appropriate expression to indicate numerical facts. So, characteristics of statistics can be summarized as follows. The classified facts represent respecting the condition of the people in a state as termed by Webster, and Ewell and Kennel has given some different approach of statistics, that by statistics we mean quantitative data, not qualitative, quantitative data affected to a market extent by multiplicity of causes. By statistics, we mean aggregates of facts affected to a market extent by multiplicity of causes, and that is numerically expressed. As statistical methods is the collection and analysis of numerical information or statistical data for the purpose of drawing conclusion. Therefore, a statistical method should be learned carefully. So, statistical methods, also called statistical techniques, are sometimes loosely referred to over statistics as a subject in whole. So, there are basically two branches of statistics. One is mathematical statistics, another one is applied statistics. So, mathematical statistics there was some network issue. So statistics can be classified into two branches. First one is mathematical statistics, another one is applied statistics. So mathematical statistics is a branch of mathematics and is theoretical, and it particularly deals with the basic theory of mathematics and how a statistical method can be developed. On the other hand, applied statistics can be uses statistical theory obviously, but in formulating and solving problems in some other subject area. That is, this is project based. The areas may be economics, maybe sociology, maybe medicine, maybe business, maybe industry, whatever. So, next we will switch to different statistical methods. So, what are different statistical methods? First one is descriptive statistics. Second one is inferential statistics. So, what is descriptive statistics? Descriptive statistics means you collect the data and you analyze the phenomena based on your collection. There is no other cases in between. So, descriptive statistics is a simple statistics. You analyze the data as per your collection. How much data you can collect, you can analyze the data and can deliver a fruitful result. So, what is written over there, we can see. Descriptive statistics includes statistical methods involving the collection, presentation, and characterization of a set of data in order to describe the various features of the set of data. In general, methods of descriptive statistics include graphic methods and numerical measures. Bar chart, line graph, pie chart, all are the examples of descriptive statistics. What we are using in our daily lives, sometimes knowingly, sometimes unknowingly. So, descriptive statistics is a very simple statistics, and common people are using this descriptive statistics unknowingly everywhere in our research, in our daily life, mathematical calculation, we are using descriptive statistics. On the other hand, inferential statistics includes statistical methods which facilitate estimating the characteristics of a population or making decision concerning a population on the basis of sample results. Say you are going to buy a sack of rice in the market. So what you do first? You first ask the shopkeeper to give handful of rice to your hand. So you first check the handful of rice. Now if it is okay, then you by the sack of rice. So that handful of rice acts as an inference or reference, right? So this is the very simple example of inferential statistics, and students can remember easily what is inferential statistics. So that handful of rice can be called a sample, and the total sack of rice can be called as population, right? I repeat, that handful of rice can be called a sample, and the total sack of rice can be called as population. So sample and population are two relative terms. Obviously, the handful of rice it has been taken from that sack of rice, right? So this is sample, actually the integral part of the population. So by checking that small part of handful of rice, we can analyze what is the quality of the rice present in the sack. Similarly, by checking the sample quality or sample quantity or analyzing the sample, we can conclude what's the features or characteristic parameter of the total population. The larger group of units about which inferences are to be made is called population or universe, while a sample is a fraction, subset or portion of that universe. So, going to the next page. So, we have learned, now I think it is clear what is descriptive statistics and what is inferential statistics. So, what is the scope of statistics nowadays? Why should we learn the statistics? The scope of application of statistics has assumed unprecedented dimensions these days. Statistical methods are applicable in many fields: economic, trade, industry, agriculture, bioscience, sciences, physical sciences, meteorology, everywhere. In the recent past, statistics has acquired its importance as a subject of study in the curricula of many other disciplines. According to the statistician Bowley, he told, knowledge of statistics is like a knowledge of foreign language or of algebra. It may prove of use at any time under any circumstances. So statistics and the state. This is the scope of statistics, that is, a state in the modern setup collects the large amount of statistics for various purposes. It collects data relating to price, production, consumption, income, expenditure, investment, profits, and popular statistical methods such as time series analysis, index number, forecasting, demand analysis are extensively practiced in this state level statistics. So, next is statistics in economics. What are the application of statistics in economics? A state in the modern setup collects the largest amount of statistics for various purposes. It collects data related to prices, production, consumption, income and expenditure, investments, profits. Popular statistical methods such as time series analysis, index number, forecasting, demand analysis are also used for this statistics in economics. Next is statistics in business management. So statistics may be regarded as a body of methods for making wise decisions in the fact of uncertainty. So statistical reports provide a summary of business activities which improves the capability of making more effective decisions regarding future activities. So business management includes marketing, production, finance, personnel, etc. So in marketing, analysis of sales volume is relation to the purchasing power, and concentration of population is helpful in establishing sales territories. routing of salesmen, and advertising strategies to improve sales. Similarly, statistical methods are also used to carry R&D program for improvement in the quality of existing products and setting quality control standards for new ones. In finance also, statistics are applied. A statistical study through correlation analysis of profits and dividends helps to predict and decide probable dividends for future years. And also in personnel management also, statistics are applicable. In the process of manpower planning, a personnel department makes statistical studies of wage rates, incentive plans, cost of living, labor turnover rates, etc. So there are several applications of statistics, that is in physical sciences, that is engineering, geology, meteorology. There are so many, these are actually the branch of physical science. So there are also a statistical application in social sciences, social organism to measure the statistical data of social organism. Social sciences are also there to learn the statistical application. And obviously medical science, there are huge application of statistics in medical science. The knowledge of statistical techniques in all natural sciences, zoology, botany, meteorology, medicine, is of great importance. We can take an example. For proper diagnosis of a disease, the doctor needs and relies heavily on factual data relating to pulse rate, body temperature, blood pressure, heartbeats, and body weight. The important application of statistics lies in using the test of significance for testing the efficacy of a particular drug or injection meant to cure a specific disease. Basically, doctors are the person who apply statistics mostly on human beings. So, test of significance, we will learn it later. Statistics and computers are interrelated. Computers and information technology in general have had a fundamental effect on most business and service organizations over the last decade or so. However, the advent of personal computer has revolutionized both the areas to which statistical techniques are applied. Next is limitations of statistics. Statistics does not study qualitative phenomena. These are the limitations. Actually, statistical data is based on the quantitative data. Statistical analysis is basically based on quantitative data. Say there are 50% in your locality. Okay, among this 50%, there are say 20 women and 30 men. That data, male, female, that data can be accumulated by statistical analysis. And what is the age group of those people? What is the age group? Is 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 30 to 40. This age group can also be taken or collected from the statistical data. But among those 30 men, what are the behaviors of those men? How much social they are? What are the efforts they are taken for the society to overcome so many issues? This type of data cannot be inculcated from the statistical analysis because that is qualitative data. Quantitative data can be inculcated, but qualitative data we can't inculcate. So this is the limitation of statistics. Next is statistics does not study individuals. So what is that? By statistics, we mean aggregate of facts affected to a market extent by multiply of factors and placed in relation to each other. This statement implies that a single or isolated figure cannot be considered as statistics unless it is part of the aggregate of facts relating to any particular field of inquiry. For example, whatever it is written over the book, that is price of a single commodity or increase or decrease in the share price of a particular company does not constitute statistics. When it will increase, when it will decrease, it is very hard to predict. But after 1 year, we can have a data that is that can be collected, that the increase or decrease in their share price, that much can we have. And statistics can be misused also, and it is liable. For proper use of statistics, one should have enough skill and experience to draw accurate and sensible conclusions. Further, valid results cannot be drawn from the use of statistics unless one has a proper understanding of the subject to which it is applied. So these are the limitations of statistics. So what are the need for data? Statistical data are the basic material needed to make an effective decision in a particular situation. The main reason for collecting data are to provide necessary inputs to a given phenomena, to measure performance in an ongoing process such as production, service, and so on, to enhance the quality of decision making by enumerating alternate courses of action, to satisfy the desire to understand an unknown phenomena, to assist in guessing the causes and portable effects of certain characteristics in given situations. And if we go further to study what are the types, what is meant by types of data. The statistical data are the outcome of continuous process of measuring, counting, and observing. These may pertain to several aspects of phenomena, and actually the characteristics which one intend to investigate and analyze the statistical procedure by means of variable. If we have the variable, we can analyze a particular phenomenon. The data which are observed outcome of these variables may vary from response to response. So statistical data are the outcome of continuous process, and what we have told, and these may pertain to several aspects of phenomena which are measurable, quantifiable, countable, and classifiable. So we will study what is classification. Sources of data. The choice of a data collection method from a particular source depends on the facilities available, the extent of accuracy required in analysis, the expertise of investigation, the time span of the study. So data sources can be classified as primary sources and secondary sources. So what are the primary sources? Primary source, individual, focus groups. These are the direct personal observation also, direct or indirect oral interviews, administrating, questionnaire. So what is observation, what is interviewing, and what is questionnaire? In observational studies, the investigator does not ask questions to seek clarification. Instead, they just observe the behavior of the occurrence and of an event in which he is interested. The studies based on the observation are best suited for researchers requiring non-self-report descriptive data. Interviewing on the other hand is nothing but the face-to-face interaction or telephonic interaction. Such interviews provide an opportunity to establish a rapport with the interviewer and help extract valuable information. Direct interviews are expensive and time consuming if a big sample of respondents is to be personally interviewed. by means of chatting, by means of collecting the data through frequently asked questions. This is also interview. This is another type. This is not direct interview. This is indirect interview. By this process also data can be collected. And questionnaire. Questionnaire, what I have told you, that is frequently asked question, that is attitude, opinion, behavior, level of knowledge. It is a formalized set of questions for extracting information from a target respondent. That is already a set of questions has been framed and put it to the website or any social media to collect the answer from the common people. And after getting the data, analyst can analyze the data and put the data in a statistical way. So these all are about primary data source. Now we come to the secondary data sources. What are secondary data source? Secondary data refer to those data which have been collected earlier for some purpose other than the analysis currently being undertaken. Okay, so we have collected the data earlier. So external secondary data source means economic survey, Reserve Bank of India bulletin, consumer price index, and also the Indian Cotton Mills Association, the various chambers of commerce, the national account statistics. All these are secondary, that is available data in a website, and we can go through that data and we can do our statistical analysis. This will not involve any direct interview, questionnaire, or whatever you call it. So all these are external sources of data. Next secondary sources of data is internal secondary data source. What is internal secondary data source? The data generated within an organization in the process of routine business activities are referred to as internal secondary data source. Say you are working in an academic institution. So you can collect the data from the students, that you pass out students, that you can collect the feedback from them to for the betterment of the institute, for the betterment of the policy. So this data, we are not going to the outside of the institution, but rather we are collecting the data from the internal stakeholders. So this is actually internal secondary data source. So say there are some advantages and some disadvantages of secondary data. Secondary data have their own advantages, disadvantages. The advantages first, if we consider that such data are easy to collect and involve relatively lesser time and cost. Whereas disadvantage is that the unit of measurement may not be the same as required by the users. For example, the size of a firm may be stated in terms of either number of employees, gross sales, gross profit, or total paid up capital. So this is all about the introduction of statistics. We have learned we have learned the concept of statistics, and also we have learned what are the different sources of data, what are the different types of data, and also some different what is the meaning of data, that is variable. In our next class, we will study classification. In this section, we have studied descriptive and inferential statistics also. In our next class, we will study the classification of data. Thank you for attending this session.